Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to the Hot Stocks Outlook for July 29th, 2016. Now, this past month in July has been an extremely exciting month for traders, tons of opportunities in the market, and I want to demonstrate this approach of how we can identify opportunities, but also help manage them more effectively in line with our trading style. Now, I do have a chart here open for Google, and I do want to explain everything on the chart so you understand how this works. These are daily bars and candles showing the past couple of months of data here, and obviously here in Google, we did have a forecast to the downside from this software, this being the VantagePoint Intermarket analysis software, really forecast short-term price for us. So what I want to do though is actually show you guys a little bit under the hood of how this works, how these indicators are generated to help us make much better trading decisions in the marketplace. So you see here I have Google up in my market tree here. We can actually search for individual company or shares, but what I'm going to do is open up the properties tab and open up what's called the Intermarkets. Now, VantagePoint uses a type of artificial intelligence called neural networks to analyze global market relationships and how they're affecting the single market that you're trading, or the target market, in this case, Google. So you see here what this technology is doing is able to identify the global market relationships. You have the ETF groups, the major indices like the S&P 500, major currencies, as well as a lot of these subtle relationships in the market between other equities, ETF groups, interest rates, things like this that can really affect your overall trading, can affect the influence of the markets that you're getting involved in and taking positions and risks on. So this is what essentially generates a very accurate forecast to really help us anticipate trend changes in the market. And as long as we're making our trading decisions off of this accurate forecast, we should be making better trading decisions consistently, regardless of whatever our trading style is. So we see we have this is what's called a predicted moving average, this blue line and the black line. Now, let me explain both of these clearly so you understand how this works. Now, the black line there is that's a simple moving average. It's a regular lagging indicator, just plots the last 10 close prices, averages them together. So a real lagging indicator reacting to where the market's already been. Now, the blue line on the chart though, that is VantagePoint's proprietary predicted moving average. So what we're looking at is a comparison between the actual moving average and a prediction of where prices are likely to move next. And that's what really helps us hone in on what is the direction of this market. Now, all the way through June, we had a huge decline. Essentially, this crossover forecasting, the market is expected to move lower, but we actually have this extremely accurate indicator at the bottom here. You see we have a 1 and a 0. This at the bottom here is what's called the predicted neural index. It's really a very accurate short-term forecast looking 2 trading days ahead, forecasting that short-term strength or weakness in the market. And so we can see that when the direction, that blue line is below the black line and that neural index is down at a 0, definitely good times to go ahead and look to be a seller in the marketplace, buy some puts, essentially, make some money while that market's declining. But you see how effectively this works as far as spotting trend direction changes. So whenever we're looking for a new opportunity, we want to see that blue line cross above the black line saying, okay, now look for opportunities to get long. And we see the effectiveness of this short-term, really short-term strength trend indicator. So over the next 48 hours, knowing that, look, the direction is up, and we should look over the subsequent 48-hour periods, look to take long positions in the market. And again, regardless of if you're a day trader, swing trader, options, really just helps you anticipate what to expect in the market over any given period of time. So we have a lot of different opportunities here, and it all works the same way. So it allows traders to trade a very large number of markets, really the same way with the same strategy. You see we have all these different sectors for the US stocks here up on the left, tons of opportunities within each sector. So regardless of the markets you're trading, you can apply this technology and really see the benefits. Now, there's a few more examples here in Tyson Food. Very, similar situation here. You're looking for these trend changes. So where that blue line is crossed above or below the black line, neural index up at a 1 saying, okay, now's the time to go ahead and look to take positions long the market here, in this example for Tyson Foods. And so as long as that blue line remains above the black line, it's still forecasting that market to move higher. And you see, since that forecast came through, the market's up about 19%, or about $11.74 per share. So a huge move in Tyson Foods here. Now, you'll notice that over the periods of the trade, while you may be long the market, you're going to get the neural index may drop down to a 0. And you see, you do get that subsequent subsequent weakness over the next 48-hour period, but the overall trend direction is still up. And you can determine that really by the distance between this blue line and the black line. When you have a lot of separation between that prediction and the actual moving average, it's telling you that that trend prediction is essentially very strong, and you should really look to go ahead and exploit that opportunity in the marketplace. So next opportunity, we have Tyson Foods, really a basic kind of big company there to trade. Pharmaceutical companies as well. We have Regeneron showing a crossover to the upside here, saying look to go ahead and get long this market at the beginning of July. And these opportunities all throughout the markets, all throughout the month of July have been really fantastic. You see about a 15% move to the upside since that forecast came through saying go ahead, look to take these long positions. Now, what I want to point out here is this neural index is very, very effective at forecasting short-term strength or weakness in the market, right? So as a trader, you can understand that, look, the overall direction is up. The blue line is still well above the black line. And as long as it remains that way, you're going to maintain that position, that long position in the market. But you see, we do get this weakness over the next couple days, but certainly you want to make sure that you hold on to your position over that period of volatility. If we move this profit calculator a little bit, we can see, after that little bit of decline in the market, the market still had a good 12 to 13% rally in there. So you really want to make sure that you're able to hold on to your position until that true directional change has happened. And you see that that's how this really helps traders manage their positions more effectively. That blue line not even getting close to crossing that black line, saying the direction of this market still to the upside. Once that neural index comes back up to a 1, you see this market really ready to over the short-term rally and then continue that overall trend higher in the marketplace. So last opportunity here, we'll take a look at Garmin. So makes those GPS devices, a very consumer-facing company here. But you don't really need to know so much about the company. You need to just understand, okay, well, where are the probabilities? Where is it likely to see the type of move that you're looking for? Now, exact same thing here, looking for these directional changes. So then that blue line, that predicted moving average, crosses above the actual moving average, signaling time to go ahead and look to take long opportunities in the market. You see our neural index drops down to a 1 for 1 day here. We get a little bit of weakness here on this candle with a little bit of a pullback, but certainly as a trader, you want to be holding out during that period of volatility, ready to go ahead and capture this move to the upside, which has been just a phenomenal rally here higher. We see about 27% higher, $11.50 per share, really just over the month of July here. Since the beginning of July, that market really rallying higher. And, this is how this can be really effective as far as combining these indicators and this very robust approach of performing intermarket analysis with this technique. You see the neural index here. So when you can, really determine the direction is to the upside, that neural index continually being up at a 1, saying, look, continue to be a buyer in this market. And make sure that you hold on to that long position, because you certainly want to be in the marketplace for these types of opportunities. And you see just how clearly these forecasts come through of saying direction to the upside, hold out over that period, that neural index strongly holding up at a 1, signaling that this is a really good opportunity over the short term and directionally moving higher over this past month here. So really great opportunity, about 27% higher. So, great tools here as far as the VantagePoint intermarket analysis software to really help you make better trading decisions in the market, to again, know what to expect over that period of time, whatever your trading period may be, and make much more intelligent, consistent decisions in the marketplace. So this has been all I got for you guys. This is July 29th, 2016. This has been the Hot Stocks Outlook. Best of luck to all the traders out there. Thank you all for watching, and bye for now.